Hello, 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 everybody. How are y'all doing today? I hope you are all doing very well. I know it's so strange for me to be streaming on Sunday. I was very confused there for a sec because everything disappeared. It is back. It was hiding behind the game. Hello, hello, hello. I hope everybody is doing very well. I believe I already said that. We're gonna continue with Stray. Turn my air conditioner towards me because good lord it is fucking hot right now. So we're gonna continue with Stray. And depending on how long it takes for me to finish it, we will also be playing some Slay the Princess. Oh, the kitty purrs. The best thing. Right. What was happening? That sounds like a bot that's dying. Oh, they're being tortured. I want to free him. Oh! That was close. He's dead. These poor bots. I lost my friend. Alright, where the fuck am I supposed to go? Am I supposed to go up? You can go through there. I don't know what that does for me just yet. There's nothing I can jump on top of. I'm gonna run this way. Where do I need to go? I'm so lost. That's the way I came from. Logic says I must get up there, though I don't know why. Where am I supposed to go? Duh. Obviously. Oh my god. Okay, there are the keys. Grab the key. Gotta go back to Clementine. Alright, where are we going? He's not very good at this whole being quiet thing. Knocking shit over. I can't understand you. My friend Clementine! He's down there! Get Clementine's attention. Thank goodness we have the keys, we could do anything now. That was too close. Okay, that's that. Okay, so that's not gonna get me anywhere. Oh, wait, obviously. You didn't see nothing. Okay, made it through there. Shit. Oh, you literally can't see me at all if I'm in a box. There we go. Hi, Bunny. How are you? They've changed their patterns. You're watching what? Nope! 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 I'm safe. I'm fine. I suppose I was supposed to nab my friend. I was in the process of trying not to die. Dan! Hello, hello! Okay, there we go. Now I have my friend. I can go back to Clementine. Oh, dang, you saw the bot before I did. Does Clementine have "Kiss Me" written on their hand? I felt like I was trapped in my lab's computer system again, all alone. But you came back for me. I can't believe it. You're a good friend. I'm so glad we're all together again, but we're not safe yet. We need to find a way out of here. Can you open the door just there? Technically, you're the one who's opening the door. I enjoy that I've got my little thingy back. Is this one of those, the cat's gotta figure it out? Use a brick! Ah yes, make a shit ton of noise. I love that I get to use Clementine as a way to, as a way to get up somewhere. There we go. How are you, Dan? Those sentinels are blocking the way again. They will spot me instantly. Maybe you could try to bait them into those cells and lock them in? I have people to meet first. You see that guy over there? He was rebooted. I don't want to lose my memory. I'm so scared. This guy? This recovery center has done me the greatest good. My mind is clear and lucid. I'm an exemplary citizen now. I adore this game. I fucking love this game. like, it's not just gonna shoot lasers at me, right? Got it! I thought I was gonna die for a minute. I don't tend to do so well against those lasers. Through the door! Yeah. This poor fellow. It seems the Sentinels were ruthless when it came to defying them. That's what I feared. They've completely erased them. No more emotions, no more self-awareness, no more memories. Please, let's not get caught. Oh shit, I got the last of the memories! It's 'cause I didn't say anything. Is this all one big cell? Yeah, it is. Fuck, there's two of them I need to bait. Don't shoot me with lasers! 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 Don't shoot me with lasers, please. Fuck, one got me! I am now a crispy kitty. Ooh. Also, I should be getting a webcam next week that'll make it so I stop glitching out so much. Hopefully. Hopefully. That's the game plan, anyway. They put me in jail just because I wanted to overclock my processor. I am but a speedy kitty! Run! Fuck, they got me. How are y'all? How are y'all doing? Getting them both in and not dying is so hard. Did I get them both in? Oh shit, I got them both in. You know what? Sick kisses are gross. So no, I don't want any. Did I spill fucking water on my table last night and not clean it up? What the fuck? The answer is probably because I was high out of my mind and not paying attention. What you did was funny. Exactly! See? I'm not the only one. Stay alert, we aren't clear yet. Can we... I feel like I'm supposed to do something here. Because I am. There we go. Because it passes on the sickness! This door, it's the only way out of this jail. I think we can open it from that control room over there. You have to find a way to access that room, though. Let's look around. Why bonk? Oh, there's an old bike right there. Tree. Thank you for the head pats! We're left. They left the keys in the door. Hop in the back of the truck. You should be able to jump over the fence to access the secure area. Out we go! Onyx is being a siren. Let me go! Let me go! Let me go! Okay. I made it on. We're good. We do be flying. Let's go. We escaped prison. Inspect. Gotta make sure everyone's as they should be. What? Clementine! What are you doing? There's no way we'll make it. There's no way we'll all make it with the sentinels on our tail. I can distract them for a little while, but you have to go. The Outsiders Manifesto says we must go outside at any cost. I wrote that. You're one of us now. It's not that everyone has to get outside, but one of us has to. Go, now. I'll keep you in my ram, little outsider. Aww. Clementine, no! Bonk. Okay, so I need to put the atomic battery somewhere. In here? No? Maybe? Yes? No? Where do I put it then? That's me. Oh my goodness. Where does the battery need to go? I thought I needed to come down this way, but did I not need to? The plan was to use the subway to... Oh wait, I probably need to follow the hose. Why am I glitching out? What the fuck? Aha! Atomic battery, let's go! Neko Corporation. We have power! At least let me sit in the chair. Yes, these are the subway keys. We've officially made it through Midtown. Where's next? I don't know. To the control room? Is it on? I guess it's supposed to be automatically set to stop. Hello, how may I help you?
How long is this going to take?
Hello, Dragon, how are you? Greetings, inhabitant of Walled City 99. I'm currently painting this area. Please be careful of wet paint. Have a nice day. Feels we're so wrong seeing all the bots without their without personality. Greetings, inhabitant of Walled City 99. The door leading to the surface is currently locked due to a confinement procedure. Please refer to any certified engineer inside the control room if you have any requests. Have a nice day. I'm pretty good. My friend is making seafood, or my roommate is making seafood fried rice, so I'm very excited for that. Hello, how may I help you? Hello, my current task is clean the window. Please refer to any certified engineer inside the control room if you have any requests. Have a nice day. City has been sealed for your safety. Please refer to any engineers. Probably gonna be needed here. What? Cool, I can inspect from here. The control room is closed by some sort of security protocol. It says that only humans are authorized to enter. It also says I'm not considered human. Hey, that's offensive security protocol. Maybe if we work together, we can open this passageway. How, though? Just scratch out the wiring. Good enough. That works, I guess. This is the control room for the entire city. They controlled everything from here, and it's empty. I remember hating them so much. They had everything. Clean space, limitless power, freedom to move. Little good it did them. The plague. I remember now. Everyone was dying and thought they were above it all. They did nothing to help us. I watched my family die. I felt helpless. I couldn't do anything to save them. But I can still help you. We can still go outside. Together. I will carry the memories of humanity and the people I loved. I got all of the memories! Let's go! I remember everything now. I feel amazing. Thank you so much. Here, a little present for you. Oh, hell yeah! For all the memories, we got a new thing for our thing. A new color scheme for our vest. This is it, the main computer. According to the mainframe, no one has been here for years. I didn't think to. The whole city is in a lockdown cycle from long ago. If we disable it, we should be able to leave. We'll need to bring the rest of these systems online. These computers hold the data we need. We need to turn them on. While you do that, I'll look for passwords and encrypted keys to get into the system. I turned them all on. It worked. Good job, my friend. I found it. How to open the city. Something's off here. Wait, maybe there's a way around it. There, that's the workstation to open the city. But there are several layers of security preventing us from using it. We need to do what we do best. Me, I'll hack into the machines, and you destroy some stuff. destroy some stuff.
Catnip.
Aha. Aha. Push. Destroy some stuff. You should be able to hack into the mainframe. Oh, I forgot I need to hack them all first. Oh! The system is taking more than I expected. How are you, Zone? Oh no, we've got to keep going. Don't worry, I can recharge once we open up that workstation. Doesn't he fry himself? I think this little body is done for. It's okay, I'll be alright. Just carry me to the workstation. We can disable that alarm. You're good? Question mark? You don't even know for sure? This is it. We're safe. Listen, I have something to tell you. I knew the power required to disable the city's central control system would be immense, more than this drone body could handle. But with the security now disabled, I can take control of the system and open the city. Overriding it could destroy my software. But I made that choice when I hooked into that first computer, and the consequences it could bring. I'm sorry we won't see the outside together. I thought I needed to carry on the memories of humanity, to hold on to the past. But I see a future in the companions, and you. Here, let me take that off you. No! You were my friend, the very best I could have asked for. Thank you. Aww. What are you nerding about? I'm being sad about a cat who just lost his companion. Let me be sad, Moss. Oh my god. It destroys all the Zerks! Fuck those pimply fucks. It's Momo! And the Guardian! He's Clementine! I get to see the sky for the first time. I don't want to go. I don't want to leave him. I can just stay here. I can just stay here with my little companion and just never leave. I gotta get up. I wish I could take him with me. It feels so wrong not to have him with me. Out into the world again. I never mentioned how pretty this game is. A lone cat against the world. We did it. I knew I wasn't far off from finishing the game, but had I known I was less than an hour, I would have completed the rest of it yesterday. This game is so good, guys. I definitely recommend people play it. It's so good. I have played the game before. It's one of those games that I love so much, though, that I had to play it on stream. Because it's so good. I'm gonna sit through the credits because all these people put hard work into this game. Yeah. I like to think the cat does get to find its family. I am glad that the people we grew attached to, that being Momo and Clementine, both end up okay. I remember being super worried that Momo never made it out of the sewers. Oh no, 3 of the cats passed away! I like that they've got the production babies, cats, and dogs. It doesn't surprise me at all about that a game about a cat has mainly cats listed. Fuck, I love this game. really good message, too. And of perseverance. It's so good. It's so good. I really hope we see a Stray 2 someday. What I want to do... I'm gonna not do that. That's not what I wanted to do. What achievements? Achievements? What ones do? Oh, we got 15 out of 24. Alcatraz. Sleep for more than 1 hour. Scratch in every chapter. Complete the game in less than 2 hours. Hello, quiz.
There's one problem.
What's the problem?
The shrimp are like fully shell.
Oh.
You can still fully eat them. The shell is just like kind of chewy. But you
I
can
mean,
also
you're not supposed to
de-shell
eat
it
the
if you want.
shell.
I ate the shells.
Okay.
I ate 4 of them.
Oh, well, you're not supposed to do that.
Do you want napkins?
I should be okay. I've got shit here that I can... Thank you! I wonder what all the badges are, because clearly I didn't collect them all. And there's 3 hidden achievements, scratch in every chapter, sleep for more than an hour. Browse through all the TV channels and play Mahjong. Is that how that's pronounced? Mahjong? I don't know. Mahjong? I don't know. Shrimp in my fried chicken. I will hydrate. I do, in fact, have a bottle of water here. Also, thank you for the stretch of the box coon. What are all the badges? I'll have to come back to this another time. Now, I think we're going to switch to, Slay the Princess. That's the name of the game. Because that is another one that I've been wanting to play for a very long time. And only recently got my hands on. That's not how you hit buttons. Yeah, that's fair. Should have thought about that. Thank you, Dan. No, I don't want to dox people. There's 91 achievements for Slay the Princess? Good lord. Thank you, the masterful bunny druid. This is a horror game. Dun dun dun. Flickering images. Parallax, I don't know what that is. On rare occasions cause motion sickness. Okay. Have heart in season 2. There are no premature endings. There are no wrong decisions. This is a love story. So, I know both a lot and also nothing at all about this game. But I know it's one I've been wanting to play for a long time and also have been avoiding spoilers about. The hero and the princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the
What?
world.
Okay. I'm just hitting buttons right now, trying to figure out what the heck. The end of the world? What are you talking about? Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up?
While I appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock. Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she is dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up. And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation. Causality doesn't matter, because the end result is the same. It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything.
You did, in fact, finish Stray. Good night, Dan. Rest well.
Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
Have you considered that maybe I'm
Why do I
okay?
even consider that? Nobody wants
Agreed.
the world to end.
Bunny is an absolutely amazing artist. They're the one who has done almost every single one of my emotes, as well as my my desktop background that you guys saw literally 2 minutes ago.
I mean, maybe some people do. Nihilists, or very, very evil people, but surely you're not one of those, right?
Who is the narrator? I feel like I recognize the narrator's voice. I need to check. I need to find out. Slay the princess. Narrator voice actor. It is fucking Jonathan Sims! I thought so! I knew that goddamn voice. If you guys like this voice, please check out the Magnus Archives, which is a project done by Jonathan Sims. I fucking knew it was Johnny. I was like, I know that fucking British ass accent. Do I get some sort of reward?
You'll have to slay her before you get it.
I'm so happy I get to listen to fucking Johnny the entire time. That makes my life so much better. I love this game 10 times more now.
Does it? Are you a monarchist? Is slaying a princess that much worse than slaying a fisherman or a miller or a seamstress? If anything, slaying a princess is much better than slaying a seamstress. Seamstresses contribute something of value to society.
I don't know why the game is like this, though. It's cutting so off. Something is weird about my shit. Maybe it's just like that. Yeah, I'm not doing this.
No, you have to do it.
No. Can't someone else do this?
You're the only one who can pull this off. I don't make the rules. I wish I did, but I don't.
Can you tell me what my prize is gonna be?
I think you'll like it. It's a special reward, just for you. And whatever you think it might be, I can promise you it's going to be even better than your wildest imagination.
I have my doubts. Look, I'll go to the cabin, I'll talk to her. If she's as bad as you say, then maybe I'll slay her. But I'm not committing to anything until I've had the chance to meet her face to face.
Then I guess we'll just have to see what happens. But a word of warning. If you go in prepared to hear her out, she could easily trap you in her web of lies. And the more you listen to her honeyed words, the harder it'll be to pull yourself out. Then each and every one of us is doomed.
How many ads were there?
So sure, go, talk to her. See how that turns out for all of us. You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. We're not going to go through this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
He does, in fact, know what he's talking about. Oh. I didn't realize that my fucking thing was stuck on that screen. Let me see if I can fix it at all. I'll go back to windowed. Alright, we'll proceed to the cabin. I was meowing all while I was playing Stray.
The cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
I've already told you I don't want to.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Most definitely.
Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
Just continue down the stairs.
Still listening to reason. It would be better if you had a weapon, but you may still be able to do what needs to be done. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone?
Theoretically, could she not have just been starved to death? If that's really what needed to happen, if she really needs to die. It's not humane. But also, it would keep anyone who doesn't want to commit murder to have to commit murder.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains? Okay. Of course I'm locked up down here for a reason. I don't actually know what that reason is, but you don't just stuff a princess in a basement and throw away the key without there being some sort of an explanation, right?
Guess it depends.
You have all the explanation you need. You should know better than to trust whatever she comes up with.
If I'm the first person you've seen in a while, what have you been eating or drinking?
I don't see what that has to do with anything.
This is the only time this is ever going to happen, but I agree with the princess. That's hardly relevant.
It is. It's very relevant.
Okay, but actually, what has she been eating? She has to eat, right?
We get to know each other. What's her name?
Oh,
She pauses, carefully formulating her words before she responds.
you can address me as Your Royal Highness. Or you can just call me Princess if Your Royal Highness is too formal.
That's not a
Is
name.
Princess her name or her title? What if it's both? Could you imagine being named Princess?
So, is Princess your name?
Like I said, you can call me Princess if you'd like.
So she doesn't have a name.
I'm sorry, I've been down here so long, I guess I've just forgotten. I must have a name, though. Everyone has a name.
Okay, that's weird. She hadn't even thought to pick a name for herself. Hopefully you're starting to see that she can't be trusted. Go back upstairs, get the blade, and slay her before it's too late.
I was sent here to slay you. Apparently you're supposed to end the world. I wanted to see you for myself. I'm not sure what to believe.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think. I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here for so long.
That's... How long has she been locked away?
Good question.
Did they tell you how I'm supposed to end the world?
That's the one thing they did not tell me. I was hoping you'd tell me.
I don't know how to destroy the world, if that's what you're getting at.
I believe her. She doesn't have to know how to destroy the world to be capable of doing it.
That's the logic that anyone can destroy the world.
At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust. Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why. I don't trust that, and I don't think you do either, or you wouldn't have come down here to talk.
She has a point. We're talking like this for a reason.
So this shouldn't be about what I do if I got out of here, or me saying the right...
Oh,
This
fuck.
is about how messed up this whole situation is. This is my life we're talking about.
Yeah, true.
Do you really think I can even end the world? Why would I even want to? We both know that if there's people we can't trust in this situation, it's whoever locked me down here, and it's whoever sent you here. And those two groups are probably one and the same.
Only maybe.
Don't let her turn the tables here. This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person, and a subjugating monarch, no less. That seems like a pretty good compromise.
Oh, it doesn't. You can just straight auto it. Okay.
Bear being down here that much longer.
Leaving her alive is too risky. If you don't deal with her soon, she will find a way out. So I'm the only one who liked that idea.
One way or another, I'm going to find a way out of here. It would make it easier for both of us if you'd help. But if you don't, I can promise that you'll regret that decision.
You have to make a choice. Let's hope for all our sakes it's the right one. Thank you. You turn back to the stairs, intent on retrieving the blade in the cabin.
Keyword is intent.
Where are you going? You can't just leave me here.
Sure can. Watch.
Fine. Turn your back on me. But it won't be long before I slip these chains. And once I'm out of here, there will be hell to pay for leaving me behind.
Slip these chains? She can't, right? She needed our help to get out of here. But do you hear the conviction in her voice? I don't think she's bluffing. She has to be bluffing, but hurry. You rush up to the first floor, grabbing the blade, both yours and the world's only possible salvation. Okay, if we're sure about this decision, I'll support it. I suppose we have a world to save after all. You slowly creep down the basement stairs. It's quiet. Where the princess sat only a moment ago, there's only a severed arm, its cooling flesh still chained to the wall. And she is nowhere to be seen. Is it just me? Or did this room get a lot bigger?
Did it?
Oh, you coward.
No.
Do you think we could start over?
Why don't you come closer? I have something to show you.
Your eyes dart to the corners of the room. You don't see her.
She casually just chopped off a lip and did not say what she's been eating. She's...
You close the door behind you.
Hi,
Almost
quiz!
magically, its locks immediately click into place. Maybe they'll open if you finish the job.
Do you want to play a waiting game? I've been down here a long, long time. I'm very good at waiting.
You do your best to patiently wait her out. But eventually, exhaustion starts to set in. Come on, wake up. We can't fall asleep down here.
I'm surprised your adrenaline will let you.
You wait for as long as you can, pushing yourself to stay awake and stay vigilant. But you can't outwait someone who's been waiting for as long as she remembers. You barely even realize that you've started to drift off. Pain tears you from your sleep. The princess is upon you, ripping into your flesh, unnaturally sharp teeth and claws severing arteries and digging into organs. There's nothing to be done. You're already half gone. It can't just end like this, right?
Sure it can.
As much as I prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. I'm sorry, but it's over. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Bum bum.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
I'm getting a terrible sense of deja vu.
Deja vu? No, you don't have that. This is the first time either of us have been here. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. If he doesn't remember what happened, then somebody else must have trapped us here. here. Nobody's forcing you to do anything. The only sensible thing for you to do right now is march up to that cabin and slay the princess.
Forever intent on it.
We could go back and forth.
It's like, I'm pretty sure this literally just happened.
Any closer to doing your job and saving the world. So let's just agree to disagree.
Let's assume I'm telling the truth and all this really did already happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything?
Those are two very different questions, but fine. I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving.
I really need to keep turning auto on.
That this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of it. If you're back here, I'm assuming you died, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me. We did our best with the information we were given.
Yeah.
And yet you still died, didn't you? So, great. Congratulations. You've been given another chance to actually do this right. And I believe your other question was something along the lines of, oh, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences.
I mean...
What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. We were killed by the princess and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me.
Gotta agree there.
Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how we got back here. Did time simply rewind itself? Or were you instead transported to a different world entirely? If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died? Do you think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would? All the more reason to keep our wits about us, should we even return to the cabin. We could find a safe little hole somewhere instead. You have to go to the cabin. If you don't slay the princess, she's going to end the world, which you're always going to be a part of, even if you're cowardly.
Exactly, I was about to say.
Escaping your responsibility here.
I'm not very far in, but I can already see why this game is so heavily praised. Let's talk about this princess.
About it.
She killed me last time around. How can I make sure that doesn't happen again?
She killed you. It was probably because you didn't listen to me. Don't talk to her. Don't trust her. Just go in, do your job, and save the world.
She killed me, ripping me to pieces. Don't get me wrong, I hated it, but how could someone like that end the world? To quote you from last time, she's a princess, and why was she able to rip me apart with her bare hands?
She is just a princess. Whatever you think happened to you last time, just get it out of your head before you get to the cabin, and you'll be fine.
I have my doubts. Who locked her in the basement? You're being cagey. What aren't you telling me?
Everything you need to know. Going into more detail would just overcomplicate an otherwise very simple situation and make your job more difficult. If you want us to stand a chance against her, we need to be armed with information. What is she really capable of? How are we supposed to stop her? Not to sound like a broken record, but the less you know about her, the better things will go for all of us. I know it sounds like I'm hiding something, but you're just going to have to take me at my word. Just like her. I'm afraid. Fear is an extremely...
How could a narrator be afraid?
The entire world is at stake. But that's not the only thing you're afraid of. You're scared of something worse. Stop projecting your neuroses onto me and just get to the cabin already.
Who locked her in the basement?
Locked her in that basement. And I
Why?
told you what this place is. It's a path in the woods. Don't overcomplicate things.
I'm good at overcomplicating things. Why didn't they slay her?
I'm not supposed to say you're the only person capable of doing this. Call it a prophecy, if that helps. It's just the way things are. Oh, I didn't know you were special. Of course you're special. Why else would you be here? Special can mean all sorts of things. Don't let it make you careless. We need clear thoughts and pricked ears.
That's all.
Now, if you don't mind, the whole world is waiting with bated breath for you to save it from ruin.
How's everybody doing? Turn around and leave.
We're safer taking flight. We're just going to turn around and leave. Do you even know where you're going?
No, but I'll figure it out. Okay, fine, I'll go to the cabin. Yes, I definitely know where I'm going.
That, but fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin.
Yep.
That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin. How convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all. You're really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you? It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies.
And we've already established I'm a nihilist.
Forever.
So...
Turn around and trek back down the path you came.
Wait, something isn't right.
Huh.
Can you still hear me? You're supposed to wind up back at the cabin again. Everything is getting...
Oh, did I just kill the narrator?
What's going on? Where are we?
Good question.
Thoughts like us shouldn't be here.
Thoughts like us? What? The world around you is unwound, its physical matter replaced by textured nothingness. It is quiet. There is a distant rumbling, a sound of many sounds. Undulations pulse louder as something other comes close. Feelers probe across the fabric of reality. Extremities find your consciousness and wrap themselves around it. You are no longer alone. Look at all those hands. Resistance. Fingers drag claws across the glass surface of your soul. Frustration. This vessel is full of you. I need something empty I can crawl inside of. I need something shaped like me. It's not. It's not a nightmare.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Cool, okay. Do I get some sort of reward? Thanks for telling me what to do. Sweet, I've always wanted to offer Monarch of Viva Lo.
That's the spirit.
That's, I don't know what that said, but alright.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
Slay her we shall!
He doesn't know what he's talking about. The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table.
So really,
Perched on that table is
by
a
not having a
blade.
name
The blade is your implement.
and being like,
You need it if you want to do this right.
yeah, what I've eaten doesn't matter.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
So theoretically, the hero should already have some sort of blade.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. Good. You're still listening to reason.
Just not gonna say anything at all.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Or something.
That giant knife you're holding kind of gives it away, doesn't it?
The blade.
Fair enough, I suppose.
Of course she doesn't want to talk. Who'd want to have a conversation at knife point?
We should drop it.
No, we should not.
Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her.
No!
Maybe she really is a monster. Killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us. You ignore the trembling in your hands and tighten your grip on the blade.
You poor thing. Your hands are shaking. Are you scared of me? Because you should be.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
I'm curious, what's gonna happen?
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this. Doubt, unfortunately, clouds your thoughts as you attempt to run her through.
How?
A moment of distraction and hesitation is all she needed to sidestep your thrust and deliver a catastrophic blow to your jaw. It feels like you've been hit with a sledgehammer.
I was trying not to let doubt creep in.
It's been fractured. Holy shit, that hurts! Though she's unarmed, the shock of that first strike is enough to stagger you, putting you and the princess on somewhat equal footing. Your blade slashes through the air again and again, and her fists connect with your body as many times or more, each impact as heavy as that first bone-crushing hit. We can still turn this around. You and the princess stare at each other, both gasping for breath, equally exhausted. You probably won't make it out of here alive, but you can at least make sure that she won't make it out of here either. Excuse me? Do you think this is what I wanted to happen?
Huh.
I have a duty to state the facts of the situation, and honestly, it's a
I'm not human.
Can you not feel all those ruptured organs bouncing around in there? If the princess doesn't do our friend in herself, internal bleeding is certain to finish the job. The two of you clash for the final time. You feel your ribs break as she delivers a heavy blow, but you push through the pain, falling forward and sinking the blade deep into the princess's heart.
What am I?
Oh,
The two of you fall to the floor.
this was fun.
The princess gasps, her voice an unhealthy rasp as her lungs start to fill with blood.
You put up more of a fight than I thought you would. But I have to wonder, do you really think this is the end?
But you don't have time to worry over such things. Everything goes dark. And you die.
Well, alright.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world. I can assure you that you didn't slay her and that she didn't kill you. People don't just spring back to life after dying, and the two of us are meeting for the very first time.
I think he's lying.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. You're going to be able. It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me. That's fine. It doesn't matter if they tear us.
That's
The
me.
only thing that matters is marching up to that cabin and winning. That's the spirit. There's no point in squabbling when the real threat is just up that hill.
Alright, proceed to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further.
Okay.
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. Lying and cheating doesn't sound like her at all. Not that it matters. It's not like she can lie or cheat in the middle of a fight. Are you sure about that? The point of my warning wasn't to start an argument about what circumstances the princess is capable of lying in. It was to give you some broadly applicable advice. The princess will do and say whatever she thinks it will take to get her out of there. So don't trust her. Ever. Are we clear?
I will trust her as much as I would like.
Let's just get on with it already.
I will forever sing the praises of one
Its exterior would suggest.
Johnny
Its cold
Sins.
stone walls press in on you, as if trying to forcefully direct you towards your destination. The only furniture of note is a black iron altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
You didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall.
Because there isn't a mirror. There's the altar, the blade sitting on the altar, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here.
There's a mirror.
There's definitely a mirror. There isn't. Oh, stop bickering and just get on with it. Who even cares if there's a mirror?
You gotta paint the scene properly. I care about whether I'm being lied to.
As do I. I'm not lying to you. Use your eyes. There is no mirror. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would a mirror even do? Let you waste time preening yourself instead of doing what needs to be done.
I'm approaching the mirror.
To the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look. But it was there a second ago. Now it's gone.
Huh?
So all of us can stop arguing about it and get to fighting.
We love the voice of the stubborn. Oh, I guess we'll take the blade.
From the altar, it would be difficult to slay the princess.
Though I've got some pretty gnarly claws myself. And she didn't actually change when she tore me to pieces.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a rough stone staircase, its walls pressing at your sides and tightening as you descend. The air
I get the feeling we're the ones with the claws and sharp teeth.
with an almost sulphuric odor to it. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her fierce voice carries up the stairs.
Is that another challenger? Finally. It's been ages since I've had a good fight.
This isn't what she sounded like last time. Her voice is a little deeper, almost threatening.
Meh.
Good. Sounds like my kind of princess. As much as I appreciate the intelligence, just make sure you don't let your bloodlust get to your head. You need to stay focused and keep your wits about you. Remember, you're here to slay the princess, not to have a good fight.
I can do whatever I want.
As
Narrator.
you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view. A large shackle leading from her wrist to the basement wall. Looks like she could rip those chains out of the wall without a second thought.
Kinda surprised she hasn't.
See you again. I've been hoping you'd find your way back here. Good to see that death doesn't stick for either of us. And you brought your little knife, too. Yes. I'm going to have fun breaking you into little pieces.
I hope you heard all that, Miss Narrator. This is a lot different than last time. But last time definitely happened.
What's that? Oh, that whole deja vu situation. Yes, it does seem like the princess remember each other, so let's say for a moment that I do believe you. For all we know, whatever happened to you last time was just a fluke, and beyond that...
Press X to doubt.
Remember anything that happened last time? Me. I don't remember what happened last time.
Suck it, Narrator.
Are you okay? Of course I'm not okay. As far as we're all concerned, the fate of my world is still very much on the line. Not all of us have the luxury of jumping over to a parallel universe the second we die.
I'm actually here to free you.
Free her? You aren't. I don't know why I'm even bothering, to be honest. You know the stakes of the situation.
Who says I want to be free?
Then what do you want if you don't want to be free?
Two of us to fight to the death. I want to feel your knife split my flesh, and I want to hear your bones snap beneath my fists. Is that really too much to ask?
Yeah. Especially the last part.
Some hero.
Such a coward. I'm just being cautious. If it comes to violence, we can find a way to deal with her that doesn't involve throwing our life away. I'd rather not die again, and I find it deeply disturbing that you seem to relish the thought of it. Because it doesn't matter if
Exactly.
it'll just be another opportunity to have the fight of our life. We don't know that for sure, and I'd rather...
Yeah, but get in enough fights of your life and it all just becomes... Thank you for the hydrate and the stretch!
You look exactly the same.
I'm not saying I'm not here to fight, but I think the two of us have a few things to unpack first. Like how we're both still alive.
What is there to unpack? I was dead and now I'm not, and the same goes for you. There. Unpacking done. Don't you get it? We've been given free rein to wail on each other. Forever.
Supposedly.
To myself.
Alright.
Finally ready to complete your destined task, you launch off the whetstone floor.
See, now she's got claws and sharp teeth.
Yourself headlong towards the princess. Here we go. Let's make this count. you bridge the gap, your blade slashes across the princess's chest, splitting skin and drawing a jagged
At least she still has red blood.
blood. But she's unfazed by your onslaught. Her expression barely changes as her fist collides with your ribs, cracking them like twigs and driving you right back down to the basement floor. You can hear her chains snap as you struggle to recover from the impact.
You might want to hurry up and recover.
She almost looks disappointed in us. Why is she disappointed in us?
Because you didn't put up that good fight.
Do you? That knife may be sharp, but you clearly don't want to kill me. It's not fun if you hesitate. It's not fun if you try to trick me and make me bleed out. It's only fun if you go straight for the heart. You need to put everything you have into seeing me dead. Or what's the point? So don't be afraid. Don't hesitate. Kill me.
Don't let her get in your head. Reincarnation or not, this world needs you to win.
Yeah, but you still need to, you know.
She's slower than us.
Never think that.
Don't panic. Bleeding her out is our best course of action. Don't listen to them. She understands something that they don't.
Why is bleeding her out the best way to go?
The way out of this is through her. Push yourself off the ground and attack the princess, trying to...
I'm so interested right now in how this is gonna go.
Do your best to outplay her, slashing out and leaving red cuts in the tattered remains of her white dress. You have little room to maneuver. For every glancing blow you manage to land, she slams you against the wall in retaliation, each impact threatening to be the last. This weak little dance isn't working. Just toughen up and overpower her. She's throwing us around like a ragdoll. I think overpower is a little out of the question.
Yeah.
Did you think you could stop me with a few cuts? All this dancing around is doing nothing but annoying me. I own this place, and I own you.
Rude.
Her arm shoots forward, her palm wrapping around your head, fingers gripping your skull.
How disappointing.
She squeezes, the pressure unbearable as her fingers dig into your scalp. The last thing you hear is the unsettling crack of your skull, and the sickening churn of what was your grey matter. Everything goes dark, and you die.
What? Whoop.
You're on a path in the wood. If you weren't so damned afraid of what she'd do to you, we wouldn't have died back there.
Whoop.
Fear is good. Fear keeps us alive.
And I've just become the hunted.
Have enough of it. So what? You'd have us cower in a corner? No, but that place suits her better than it suits us. She's big. We can't hope to find holes and openings down there. We need room for them to survive.
Oh, yeah.
Are you suggesting luring her into the woods? Do you have...
Accidentally muted my mic. Whoops.
Have you known about it the whole time? Are you the same one we've been talking to since the beginning? Sorry to disappoint, but I'm sure must feel like a grand revelation that that's not what's going on here. We've never met. Then what is going on?
What is going on indeed?
You'd only be saying the things you've been saying if you'd already been here. If you'd already seen things you weren't supposed to have seen.
Like a demon form of the princess?
Doesn't matter. Could go in circles forever. I don't like staying still for too long. Let's get to the cabin and see this through. It's good to know that at least one of you is still capable of reason. We may have the same destination, but we are not the same. You are still an other, and I don't trust you. Well, fortunately, you have been trying to trick through the is the answer here, but the method is equally important to the act. Can't let her leave the cabin.
Okay.
Most circles, instinct tells me we need space. I trust instinct. Nothing else to say.
I haven't talked enough about how different this place. Wouldn't even call these woods. It's like her influence is poured out into the world.
It's evidence of one of many ticking clocks. Can't let her spread any further. Things are always changing. She changed, the cabin changed, we've changed. It's changed.
Have we changed?
Because they're not supposed to have changed. This is supposed to be a path in the woods. If it's not, it means something's gone horribly wrong.
What if I don't agree with the plan? What if I'd rather do something else? No matter what happens next, seems like our answers are all in the cabin. We might as well see this through. Yeah.
It isn't long before you find yourself at the end of the path, staring up the hill at the cabin. Hope you've given serious thought to your predicament. No last advice for us? No words of warning? What I gather, you've heard it all before. There's no use screaming into the wind. I don't know. Screaming sounds pretty good right about now. I could use a little catharsis. Catharsis is for when we're finished. Now we need to hold it out in front of us, something to chase.
Proceeding to the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is suffocatingly tight, more of a glorified tunnel than a building. Its stone walls squeeze against your sides, leaving you no choice but to press forward. The only furniture of note is an iron altar jutting out from the wall, a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. If you're going to do this right. See, we have even less space than before. We need space or she'll kill us. And the only space is out there.
Not really.
Take it.
That damn mirror's back.
Again. For something to go away, it would have to be there to begin with.
Why can't the narrator see the mirror?
The only thing at the end of the room is the door to the basement. No use arguing. Mirror or not, we need to be there. The why we pick doesn't matter. I agree with the freak. Let's get a move on already. The worst comes to worst, we can smash it.
Might as well take the blade.
The altar. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Good. There's no one coming home without it. We need every part of us to survive, and that steel claw is as much a part of us as any.
Never heard a knife called a steel claw before, but alright.
You step forward and approach the door to the basement, hesitating before you open it, as if you don't see it. You're rather committed to the bit. The door's right there. It's right in front of you. This really is just like last time. It smells of nothing, yet it's still there.
What?
You reach forward and drag your hand across the door leading to the basement. As if on command, it slowly slides open, scraping against the floor as it reveals the dim path ahead.
If I smashed, I probably would have just, like, broken my knuckles or whatever on the door.
It was in our way, and now it's not. That's all that matters. Before you is what may as well be a sheer cliff face. There are enough footholds that you'll be able to clamber your way to the bottom, but it will require careful effort. The air hissing up from below is warm and wet, like the breath of an enemy locked in close.
Are we going to hell?
The princess lives here, and slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice, bold and fierce and impatient, echoes from the chamber below.
Do you have more fight in you than last time? That was such a disappointing show. I know you can do better than that.
Go to her, rile her up. If she's angry, she'll make mistakes.
Yeah, we'll goad her.
That's not how this works. I'm all chained up, remember?
All chained up my ass.
Fight me.
Those chains were nothing to her last time. They'll be nothing to her this time. We need to show ourselves first to make her boil over. Fine by me. You've nowhere to go but down. You start the difficult journey, gripping the stone, lowering yourself foot by grueling foot. And soon, very soon,
Ambulance.
remember every crack and crevice. You'll need to be faster than her.
How would you be able to climb with those damn nails?
Face what lies at the end of the narrow tunnel. The princess, imposing and tightly muscled, grins back at you from the darkness. Her face widens into a broad grin.
There you are, knife in hand. How thrilling. Attack me, bleed me, twist the blade in my flesh, break your bones against my body. I want a real challenge this time.
Can't get that close. She'll kill us in the tight space, steel claw or not. Make her come to us, stand beyond her chains, let her become frenzied. She'll break them, and we run. I really don't like the sound of this.
Might as well do.
The way we live.
Maybe?
Well, what are you waiting for? If we're going to do this right, you can't be scared. You need to want this as much as I do. So go on. Make the first move. Don't keep me waiting.
What if I do keep you waiting? I'm curious. What happened after you killed me?
Talked plenty. I'm sick of talking. I'm sick of waiting. I'm sick of you standing just out of reach and teasing me with a fight you won't let me have. You disappointed
You could
me.
break through this.
So you don't get to choose what happens next.
Bloody desire in her eyes, the princess rushes forward, ignoring her chains as they bend and snap.
Obviously. Stab.
Without hesitation, you turn back the way you came and scramble up the ledge towards the tunnel entrance.
I love that design though.
Near the top, hands desperately clawing at jagged stone, you glance back. The princess is right on your heels. She doesn't bother to scale the wall as you do, instead digging deep into the rock of the cliff face with her fingertips in her rapid pursuit.
Yeah, doesn't surprise me.
Anywhere you go, I will follow.
Good. You reach the ledge and hoist yourself up into the tunnel, the cabin door finally in sight, but once within your grasp and infinitely distant.
What is all of this for? What's the point? You and I are always ended violence, so why bother to run? I know what I am. Why can't you be the same? Little bird, where do you think you're going?
I'm gonna die if I keep running.
We're almost there.
We die before we get out of the cabin.
Almost. We're there when we're there. And we'll take the fight with us. Your skin hums tight with adrenaline as you burst through the cabin door.
Oh, I actually made it out of the cabin. Interesting. I didn't think that was gonna happen.
You glance back at the cabin as the princess, singular in her desire to destroy you, explodes through the doorway. You are walking a dangerous path. If you waver once, it's all over. So get it right.
There's nothing left to slow me down. Do you think this is better for you? Do you think this space gives you an edge? Then show me. Show me that you've been worth all the room you've taken up in my head.
Do it. Be swift, strike true, be where she's not. Let your body move you. You leap from the grass and bound towards the princess, keeping low.
Time to murder. I'm gonna die again.
Charging me head on. Brave and foolish.
Her body braces for impact, anticipating the clash. That's where you're both wrong. Left, now. As the princess strikes, your body swerves to the left.
Yep.
She overextends, stumbling as her balance shifts unexpectedly. Strike. Before you can finish the thought, you lash out. The blade slices through her leg. She turns to swing again. Right. You move out of the way, but this time it's not quite as clean. You can feel a bruise already blooming where her elbow crashed into flesh.
It's okay if it's not completely clean. Doesn't need to be a clean dodge.
Scratch. Yes, it could be worse. And you managed to gift her another cut in return. I'll be damned. We're actually going to pull this off, aren't we?
You would keep your head in the fight and find out.
Just might. But don't let it get to your head. Not until it's over.
Yes, finally! This is the hole I felt in my heart. This is what I've needed. This is what I've been missing. This is how it always needed to end. Both of us giving it our all, beating and bleeding each other to death.
The two of you engage in a devastating flurry of blows, each of you wounding the other again and again. She's stronger, but you're faster. The deeper the both of you fall into your lethal dance, the more your edge shines over hers. She's slowing down, blood pouring from wounds, splattering at her feet, leaving her weak and unsteady. More! Keep going, we can't stop now! You spy an opening, but this time she's waiting for you. She lets you sink the blade deep, trapping you in place long enough to wrap you in her impenetrable arms. You're slammed to the ground.
Yep.
Nothing. These blows are nothing to us. But her gambit wasn't enough to close the gap. It wasn't enough to kill you. She stares you down, coughing up a splash of blood as she gasps for breath.
You've outplayed me, haven't you? Something feels wrong. Something.
And? Then what happens?
Huh. Hands. But you do not have the chance of respond. Something has taken her away, and it's left something else in her place.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? There's that.
Huh.
Why is it here? Why now?
Don't even know where she went. I don't know how we go looking for her. The narrator is gone. I think I'm supposed to look in the mirror.
You're right. She's gone. It's just us and that
Huh.
awful thing.
It's like it's mocking us.
Let's just stay still.
We love the many voices in my head. The narrator is gone.
Does that mean the world ended? It hasn't ended. We're still here.
The world didn't end. We're still here. Come on. We just need to keep going.
I think I'm supposed to look in the mirror.
Dreadful about it. I don't think you should.
I think I might have to.
Of death.
It's kind of the only thing left.
Just need to find the princess.
I'm begging you, don't do this.
I don't have any other option. The near mirror never scared you before.
Different now. It feels, I don't know, final.
You approach the mirror. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. It's you. You are alone in a place that is empty. It is quiet here. Proceed to the cabin. You are at the cabin. Approach her. You recognize the presence inhabiting the shell. It is the entity that dwells in the spaces between.
Something returns to the long quiet. It has surrendered its path of annihilation. It brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
You're that thing I met in space outside the woods, aren't you? I thought that was a dream.
Vague recollections, empty tunnels without a mouth. I am sorry if I frightened you.
What are you?
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
What do you think I am?
I think that you are like me. We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
The gift of a fragile vessel?
Nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond. Perspectives to make my own. This one yearns to grow and struggle. Even now I feel a will pushing against mine, not realizing that we are one. She will make for a fierce heart. Do not mourn her. We will provide her with the growth she fought for.
Is this the end of the world?
How can the world have ended if we are talking?
Do you know the narrator?
You are the only thing I have ever known. The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
Are you the one who sent me to slay the princess? Do you know about the worlds beyond this place?
I know only that they are.
Are you the one who sent me to slay the
I
princess?
have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free.
Are you the princess?
She is part of me, and part of me is her.
But were you always the princess, or are you just making her a part of yourself?
You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
Let her out of there.
I'm sorry. There are some changes that can never be undone. There are some tears that can never be unshed. This is not a place that can hold a fragment of a concept. The moment she arrived here, she was going to return to me. I promise that it doesn't hurt.
What happens now?
Nothing, as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
Huh. How much will I forget?
Everything, until we meet again.
How many more pieces of you do I have to find?
More than you have found, but less than there are to find. I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home.
And what if I don't let you do this to me?
Then we will be here forever, as we are now. Unfinished, dry, hollow.
I was sent to slay the princess to stop her from destroying the world. If I help you, is that what you're gonna do?
You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold.
You're being semantic. What are you gonna do if I help you?
How can I know? I am flickers in something sprawling and unilluminated.
Aren't you scared that I'm gonna find a way to kill you?
I have not lived. I am not afraid to die.
Okay, make me forget.
She asks that I tell you to remember her. You won't.
Oh, everything goes dark and you die.
You're on a path
Hmm.
in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Forgot to turn the auto back on again.
If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
What if I just don't say anything the entire time?
Path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slave them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Proceed to the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a long table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
I'm not gonna take the blade this time. Yes!
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. The princess really lives here. Slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
No.
Hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed. Good. You're still listening to reason. It would be better if you had a weapon, but you may still be able to do what needs to be done. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
Oh my goodness! Hello, hello! Thank you for the follow! No, I didn't want to be able to have to say anything. Let's see what I can do.
Only making this more difficult.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake.
The pain that you have just inflicted on me. The sheer amount of psychic damage.
Walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs.
It is definitely not
The
somewhere
locks that takes us
upstairs.
away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
And if I'm gonna check upstairs, maybe the key's still lying around somewhere up there. And if not, maybe I could at least find something to break you free.
Okay, I'll be here. Good luck.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut.
It was super brain rot, not gonna lie. I thought I had bad brain rot. Try the door.
It's locked from the outside. Your shouts and pleas are met with silence. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
Guess I don't have a choice.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to. Easier for who? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
True enough, true enough.
The door slammed. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
How do you know?
She hesitates before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf. As she rips her flesh from her bowl, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now. Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
Save her.
Fine. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her.
Shit, my stream went down.
You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm. Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit. She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal. No, she didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Of course not.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
I guess we approach the locked door.
Any of that, the stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape to the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade.
Jared! Yeah.
You saved me from myself. You have to eat it.
Okay.
I wanted something sweet, so I took a bite out of it. I was like, this is gonna make me sick. But it was tasty.
Well, I'm glad you enjoyed your one bite. Hello, hello, am I finally back? Maybe, no. Partially. A little bit. Oh, I'm trying to return. Oh, is it back? Is it back? Hello, hello, hello. I am live and I am fixed. Hello, hello. We are back. My Wi-Fi just quit temporarily. It is back.
Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch.
Clearly.
What are you doing?
You did miss the hilarity of, Quiz coming upstairs and handing me a chocolate bar. Just out of nowhere with the words, "You have to save me from myself."
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it?
Hmm.
You know you don't have to do this, right?
Your body lunges for
Oh no!
the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect. Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
But it's not gonna work. Slay, 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 slay. Resist.
The blade. Move the blade. As your
I'm gonna keep resisting.
in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
We both know this isn't you.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't
Yep.
dead yet.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake. For her sake? Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone. Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again. You feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
I'm sorry.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she?
She needs to get better at aiming.
Probably not. Though it doesn't matter how sloppy her knife work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound. It won't be long before you bleed out.
I'm so sorry.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks. It can't just end like this, right?
Why not?
Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over. Everything goes dark, and you die.
'Cause
The heart
At the end
is
of that path,
the best way. It's hard to get through that much bone.
and in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
The brain is not as fast as you'd think. What about the temple? Yeah, I guess, but that... It's a lot harder to hit the temple when you mean to. Oh, you bastard, you're in it for it now. I'm wise to your tricks.
Tricks? What on earth are you talking about? We just met for the first time. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
Yes, he didn't approve of us last
The
time.
smitten?
If we're going to save our beloved, we'll have to be sneaky.
Our beloved? Yes, you'll have to be very sneaky about your intentions if you're going to try and save the princess.
Ah, so all of the cards are on the table. Then you should know that we and the princess are in love, and the four of us will be foiling any and all assassination attempts you've got in the works.
We'll see about that. Whatever you do, just be sure to ignore him specifically. It sounds like he's the sort who'd sacrifice the whole world for a peck on the cheek.
What can I say? A world without love is a world that isn't worth saving.
Proceed to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
We already
Okay.
told you we're not playing along with your little game. It's your lies that can't be trusted. Her beauty is the only thing in the world we can believe.
I think we've already been over this. Pretty sure he just likes the sound of his own voice.
I do, but I also speak from love. My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed.
Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet. Not bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead.
Proceed. How has the princess changed? Has she
The interior of the
changed?
cabin is clean and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine-threaded tapestries.
Huh.
A prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with
Oops,
a
sorry.
pristine blade perched on its edge.
I didn't want to cough into the
Use
mic.
your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Into the basement. Oh, the mirror's gone.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight. But it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Her voice, it's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I can hear wedding bells already.
I've held my tongue till now, but you're taking this a little too far. We barely even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this over-the-top fawning. Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love.
The voice of the smitten clearly is.
Remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall.
Her dress has gotten floofier.
We're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment.
You know she can't hear, right?
She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit.
Surely.
Spirit's plenty loud, all right.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
you hear that? She said we're dashing. And she called us a hero. Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you. Waiting for you to come back. I didn't want to believe your ravings back in the woods, but this is next to incontrovertible evidence. You've been here before. That's right, villain. You killed us. Well, she killed us. Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty.
For now.
She died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time. We damned a whole world, but everything reset. Nothing resets, you're just somewhere else. You can't keep hopping between worlds forever, especially not without leaving a trail of incomprehensible devastation behind you. Horrible for you, maybe, but we've been given another opportunity to sweep her off her feet and treat her like the lady she is. Now, hold on. If she actually ended a world, are you sure we want to do this? Are you sure we want to rescue her? We never saw a world end. Now I'm even more certain that we must chase our heroic and romantic destiny than I've ever been. I shan't let anyone convince us otherwise. Are you listening to him? He's lost it. Don't let him distract you. Just do your job.
I do enjoy listening to Jonathan Sims. I have to ask, did the world end after you killed me back there? The narrator who sent me to kill you took over my body. It was extremely unfair.
The version of me was pushed to such drastic action. It was for good reason.
That's all that matters.
She took that in stride. To a surprising extent. An almost unsettling extent, actually. That's because she's perfect. Do you think she has someone like him telling her what to do? She doesn't. There's no one else like me.
How do you know?
He's right, because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like him, always trying to drive her to violence.
Do I have to cut you out again?
I'm okay with whatever you come up with. You can cut my arm off again.
We won't be laying a finger on her perfect wrists, and indeed, we won't even have to. Do you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her right out with no harm done.
If she was able to slip right out, she would have already.
She's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains. Why are you two arguing over the logistics of slipping her hand out of her shackles? She just said she'd be okay with any idea we came up with. Am I the only one here who thinks that's weird?
Nah, it is a little weird.
She didn't care last time. Why should she care this time? That's our stoic, smiling angel. No, you're right. It's extremely bizarre behavior. Further evidence that she's a monster who's not to be trusted. So go ahead and slay her.
What happened after I died?
You died, and now we're talking.
But before we started talking, did the world end? Did you end the world? Let's rescue her.
I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, You'll what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill her? I would if you had a weapon. Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought. You wouldn't. I would. I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings.
Lots of strong
Does the
feelings.
world end if we don't stop her? You approach the
the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed. I can't believe it. I guess I have to.
I told you, there's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
Is she the one who's changing them?
You're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace. Ugh. If only you had a weapon. One slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back, and everyone out there would be saved. Luckily for Mr. Romance, we don't have a weapon.
Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love on our side?
What do we do now?
And we leave, then we have our whole lives to figure out. What do you want to do?
Let me guess. End the world?
Spoken with the rank cynicism of someone who has felt love in his heart.
I don't actually know. Nobody's ever asked me what I wanted before.
She doesn't even know what she wants. You may have had her all wrong. What if this whole thing is just a misunderstanding? What if she doesn't want to end the world? Is the only thing you've ever doubted the actual truth?
I think I want to leave. And I think...
The princess closes her eyes in deep reflection. And then she shrugs.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
There must be something you want.
Make you happy.
She can't just want to make us happy.
It makes sense to me.
That's all I want for her, so of course she'd want the same for us.
Well, what would make you happy?
I just want to make you happy.
Is she broken? What's going on? What's going on is she's lying to you. I mean, she isn't a good liar. Starting to trust me now?
You have to want something more than just making me happy.
I'll find something else to want if that makes you happy.
Yeah, she's slowly
I
deconstructing.
don't know what's going on, but this isn't right. I fail to see the problem here. She's just sweet on us. You don't have to act like it's a big deal.
But you need your own thing. You just met me. You can't base the entirety of your happiness on me.
Okay, if that's what makes you happy.
She kidding.
Does it feel like we're alone right now? Like we're the only ones here?
You don't get the chance to ask another question, nor will you ever. It is time for you to leave. Memory returns.
No, she was our perfect match.
It's fine.
Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a... Why is it here? Why now?
Of course you're scared. This is the end. For you, but not the end
What
for
is that
me.
supposed to mean? Whatever awful thing I felt before, it feels so much worse now.
Do it then. End us all before I die of a broken heart.
Approach the mirror. You approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's, I assume, next. You've grown. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. You are at the cabin.
cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before. Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
Are you the same being you were before? How much have you changed?
Is a child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same.
Everything you say feels like a riddle. Can you give me a straight answer? What does it feel like to change like this?
Eyes close in reflection. Perspectives meld together, and the breadth of my experience stretches to new corners. There are contradictions, conflicts in my nature, and there are familiarities that bind everything together. It feels correct. This is what I need to be. This is the only path forward.
When this is all done, do you know what you want to do?
With every gift you bring me, I excavate the alleys of what I am meant to be, and every exploration yields new and complicated truths. What I will be is different than what I am, and what I am is different from what I was. I cannot tell you what desires I will hold when I have changed. But in this moment, all I want is to know myself and to know you.
You know that at the end of this, once you're finished, I'm gonna kill you, right? When I go back, it's as if an invisible wall closes around me. Why can I not do the same things I've done before?
Those paths lead to worlds you've already seen, and to perspectives I have already made my own.
Okay, so I really can't go back to do those endings, apparently. Okay, well that's good to know.
Paths of value are those that are yet untread.
You have been kinder to me than any person I have ever met.
Why wouldn't I be kind to you? You are the only thing I know that isn't me.
Do you have any thoughts on this vessel?
This one is soft and delicate. You molded her to love you, and she'll make for a gentle heart. Do not mourn her. She has served her purpose.
I don't want to hurt you, but the more times I go back, the worse I fear things will be. What do you feel about me, the vessels I've been bringing you? I've hurt them.
The vessels are shaped by memories of you, but their impulses are drawn to the edge of the long quiet. To them, you are a gate to something more, and any hurt you've caused them is understood as a fair price for freedom. But they are only thoughts and perspectives. They are not me. The wounds that suffered carve texture around my heart. Without them, I would be as I was before. I would be alone,
Okay.
without sensation. I could not feel the joy of having you by my side, for I would not know your absence.
I'm ready to go back.
I long for your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
Everything goes dark and you die. I might end stream here. And, return to this another time.
And at the end of that path is a cabin.
At least for now.
That cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If
I'm just
you
gonna wait for that to go through.
it will be the end of the world.
I know a specific squid who is currently streaming right now. I hope you all have yourselves a wonderful day. And we will see you another time. Ciao for now, y'all.